It's so quiet in here, but we're making today focaccia bread. Except I'm gonna make cinnamon roll focaccia bread. So I got water, yeast, active yeast, oil. Instead of use olive oil, all I have is roasted garlic oil, and I'm not putting that in this focaccia bread because I want to make cinnamon roll focaccia bread, so that's gonna taste gross. So I put coconut oil. And then we have flour, 400 grams, salt, 8 grams. Now we're gonna mix this all. My little mixer. Oh. Just gonna slowly add all that in there. Now we're moving this dough from this bowl into a greased bowl. And we're gonna let it proof for 30 minutes in this bowl. We're gonna do 3 rounds of proofing. I know, for 30 minutes a piece. So this whole process takes about like an hour and a half, 2 hours plus cook time. It's a lot, but in the meantime, you could do other things. You could clean your kitchen, you could wipe your ass, you could do whatever the hell else that you need to be doing. Okay. You want it to be like this, stretchy, saggy. If you have one of these, wonderful. If you don't, use a spatula. Oh, I am? Yeah. In here, we're gonna ceramic at the top, and I'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay, this has been sitting in its bowl. It's probably been like maybe 10 minutes, but it's already getting bigger. Anyway, we're gonna leave that be, and in the meantime, we're gonna make the cinnamon roll butter that's gonna be poured all over the top of it. So we're gonna need butter. I use Miyoko's plant-based butter because it tastes really good. This is unsalted. Coconut sugar, because coconut sugar, in my opinion, is better for you than regular sugar. It's lower on the glycemic index. And cinnamon, because duh, cinnamon. And a little bit of salt. I know the butter's unsalted, but that touch of salt, let me tell you something, it's good, okay? Trust me. Okay, so now we're making the inside well, I guess not inside, because it's not inside a cinnamon roll, but anyway, the cinnamon roll butter for the focaccia bread. So that stick of butter, I used just half of it. I don't really have any measurements for this part. I'm just going because we're just gonna pour it over the top. So I have this half stick of butter, half of that stick, cinnamon, a little bit of salt. The sugar, you just wanna make sure that there's enough, because I'm not gonna melt this, I'm gonna whip it a little bit because I want it to be, I don't want it to be poured like water. I want it to be just like a little bit thicker because it's gonna bake, and then it's gonna bake into the bread anyway. So, you know what, I guess it doesn't really matter, but anyway. I think that's good. Then we're gonna just whip it. Pour it over the focaccia before it bakes. Then I was like, let me get a little creative. I'm gonna make another sauce, but it's gonna be like a vegan cinnamon cream cheese to pour on top after it's done baking. So I'm gonna add, this is butter, cinnamon, sugar, and then I'm gonna put some BioLife cream cheese in here. I fuck with this brand, it's good. Okay guys, it is that time where this is coming off, and we have to fold and stretch this so we can ferment it one more time in the bowl. So what you mean by folding and stretching is you want to get your hands wet just a little bit. You don't want to do it with not wet hands because it'll stick. So you just and then once you're done folding and stretching, because you're just activating the proteins in the dough when you do this. you're gonna put it seam side down into another oiled bowl. And then we let it ferment again for another 30 minutes. Do you guys know what time it is? Look, she big. Okay, now we'll put it in a pan. So we're gonna put it in this pan. I lined it up. We're gonna just dump it in there. Oh, actually, make this. Look at her. Okay, wet hands again. Okay, we're gonna make dimples. This is the fun part of focaccia. Okay, now we're gonna let that sit for another 30 minutes and then we're gonna pour this syrup on top. It's for real time. Now, this is proof for the last time. The oven is at 450 degrees. Look how big this baby is. Alright. So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna pour this on top. Yeah. And then we're gonna make dimples. Oh yeah. Look at that. Now we're gonna pop that bad boy in the oven for 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes. This is kind of small, so maybe like 25. And I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out.
For the